Good morning, everyone. Today we'll discuss about employee involvement. As in the last lecturer, we discussed about customer satisfactions, customer focus, what are the employee retentions, employee feedbacks, customer complaints, how to get through the customer complaints. It may be our telephonic interviews, one-on-one interviews, focus groups. So all in these are the things, and customer satisfaction model we discussed. So today we'll discuss about the employee involvement. So why the employee involvement is very important? So to run any industries or any business or any organized institutions, we need to have a good employee involvement. If you want to create a good positive environment in the organizations, so we need to have a proper 100% employee involvement to get the activities. So this will help in the proper direction of the organizations. It will help to lead to achieve the goals of the organization very effectively. So the employee to get involved, so we need to have what kind of a parameter is that the employee motivations. The employee motivation is very important. It differs from person to person, so everyone will not be motivated with the same parameters. So motivation, so what is the employee motivations? The motivation is an encouragement, we can call it as. It is given to a person for his or her achievement or performance or an activities. If the person get motivated or self motivated, so he or she may be motivated to achieve the goals of the organizations. Okay. The activity, the maybe in the education field or in the sports or any industries. Okay. So motivation encourages the achievers to improve his or her performance to better or in a higher levels. So, what will be the importance of motivation? Why to give the motivations? Motivation puts human resources into actions. If you motivate more number of peoples in the organizations, that small motivation, it will be act like a spark in the organizations, will help to lead the effective utilization of all the resources. Even though if you have got well machineries, well finance, well infrastructures, if you don't have a good employee involvement, it becomes a zero. So you can't get the productivity into 100% level. So if you are motivating your employees for doing the activities, so that will help to use the effective utilization of all the other resources. Next, secondly, it improves the level of efficiency of employees. It improves the working efficiency of the doing the work of employees can be increased. If you are motivated, if the person normally without the motivation, if the person is doing a 50%, if you motivate him, okay, he will doing a more than 50%. Okay, so it may be of 80%. So the productivity is going to be increasing day by day. So this will leads to the increase in productivity and reducing the cost of operations, improving the overall efficiency of the organizations or the business. And thirdly, it will leads to the achievement of organizational goals. If the employees are get motivated, if the employees are all the employees are getting involved in the organizational goals, then it will leads to achieve the directly leads to achieving the organizational goals. And there is a best utilization of all the resources takes place, and due to this a best cooperative work environment is created. We can have the all the peoples are getting working together. It means that the things are going very faster, right? And we can achieve the good environment, and employees are goal directed and they act in a positive manner. Fourthly, it leads to the stability of workforce. So making the motivating the employees retainment can be done. Okay, in the organizations, employees stability will be there in the work area, and it will leads to the good reputation of the company, good reputation of the organization or any institutions will takes place. As we are having a saying that old is gold. If the people are getting old in the same organization, it means that the people are getting more and more experience. It becomes a gold. It nothing but it's become an asset to the organizations. So it enhance the reputation. They'll become the pillars of the organizations. We can say that wheels of the organizations to run the any business. So motivation is important to both the individuals as well as to the business. How it is individual helpful to the individuals, we let's see. So motivation help to an individual to achieve his or her personal goals. He can achieve his personal goals, and if the individual is self motivated, he will have the good job satisfactions. So motivation will help in the self development of the individuals. Self personality development, self individual personality development will takes place. An individual would always gain by working within a dynamic team. He will be ready to work in a dynamic team. So he will be very activated, he will be enthusiastic in doing the jobs. Similarly, this motivation is very important to the business also or any organization also. So this will leads the more the motivated employees, more the empowerment team will be generated, more the effective utilization will takes place of resources. During this, more the optimistic and challenging tasks can be taken out and solved very easily. Good decisions are taken out with the help of this motivated peoples. So next we study about the what are the theories on the motivations. There are different theories have been published by the different peoples. So let's see the what are the motivation theories. So there are different motivations are there. First one is the Maslow need theory. It is also called as Maslow need hierarchy theory. And next is the Hertzberg hygiene theory. It is there. Next we are having theory X and theory Y categories. These are the some of the theories on the motivations. Let's see the first theories of motivations. So that is Maslow's need theory. So it's that as we are having, it consists of 5 levels. Okay. So if you see in the diagram, very first level is the survival or basic needs. This first level is also called as the primary needs of the human beings. So Maslow is a person who studied and he has given the first need theory, motivation theory, based on the human behaviors, human attitudes. Based on that, he has given this published this theory. So it mainly consists of 5 needs or 5 levels we can say. So first one is the survival needs, or it is also called as basic needs, and it is also called as primary needs. Okay. So next is the security or safety needs. Second level it is security or safety, and third one is a social needs or belonging needs. It is the third level, and fourth one is a esteem needs, and fifth one is a self actualization needs. So Maslow has given this hierarchy. So at the bottom level of the, if you consider a triangle, okay, in the triangle, the basic level, okay, the very bottom most of the triangle is will be the basic physiological needs, and as you are moving like next to basic, we are having security, next social, next extreme, and finally at the top most of the triangle will be having a self actualization needs. So what the survival needs or the what the basic physiological needs includes, they are the very first basics in the hierarchy. They are corresponds to the primary needs. So primary needs of any human beings includes, it may be hunger, thirst, shelter, sleep. They are the some of the examples of such needs. If the basic salary is sufficient to satisfy these needs, then humans are more motivated to do the work for the companies very effectively. Next is the safety needs or the level 2, where these needs provide security and protection from physical and emotional harms. So that may be the job security, stability of income and pension plans. And third level is that it relates to our need to belongings. It means that it refers to the personal affections, sense of belongingness, acceptance, and friendships. Level 4 is esteem. It relates to the pride and self worth, such as self respect, autonomy status, recognition, and attentions. Fifth one is the self actualizations. It is the highest level of need in the hierarchy. It refers to the drive to become what one is capable of. Okay, a self actualization of goals. You can say that self fulfillment, and it may be the self achievement for the goals. Next, we'll see the second theory, that is Hertzberg two factor theory. So it is also a person who has given his theories on the two factors. He has considered two factors for this theory. So there are as follows. One is the job dissatisfactors and job satisfactors. That is, will be job satisfiers will be also known as motivators factors, and job dissatisfactors theory is also known as factor is also known as Hygiene theory. So what are these factors includes? The job satisfier factors will be including, they will be only considering the recognition, responsibilities, achievement, advancement, and work itself. They don't see the other things. So what are the job dissatisfactors considered? They are going to consider the job security, salaries, and minimal fringe benefits, working conditions. So they will be considering all these things. Okay. So this is the Hertzberg two-factor theory. So one is motivators factors and hygiene factors. So next, third one is MacGregor's theory X and theory Y. What this theory X gives? It gives the importance for strict supervision, external rewards, penalties, and all these things. Okay. So and theory Y gives the importance for motivating the role of job satisfaction and encourage the workers to take a risk without direct supervision. So all these are the theory X and theory Y include. Self motivated and self committed will be there in the theory Y. Ability to take a responsibilities and take a creative decisions. So these all include in the theory Y. So how to achieve the motivated workforce in the job, in any institution, any business? So we have to do this, follow these steps. First, we know to yourself what kind of person you are. So what kind of people are in your organizations. So know your employees, know yourself. Establish a positive attitude in the organization, positive atmosphere, positive working conditions, so working environment, and share the goals with everybody to know their responsibilities, know their authorities in the organizations. Divide the work equally to the all the members of the organization, all the employees of the organization. And next, once you share the goals, once you divide the work, once you divide the task to achieve, then monitor the progress, see the how the people are doing, whether they are doing good or not, monitor that progress. And next, develop the interest in work, to try to develop the interest in the works, so that making rewarding them, giving additional benefits, so that make them create interest to work in the job. And communicative communicate very effectively. Communication is very important in these things. If you are having a proper communication between top level to lower level of management, so it will help to reach the goal in a very faster rate. If there is any misunderstanding, miscommunications will leads to blunders in the organizations. The failure of the organization will takes place due to the miscommunication between the higher level or management and lower level management. So the communication is very effective, which will help to take the decisions very rapidly and very clearly. Once it is there, once all the things are going, then celebrate the success, celebrate the things very in a good manner, and reward the people who are involved in, thank them, recognize them, and all these things will help to motivate. Even these things will leads for the doing a more and more work in the organizations. So next, once we are gone, once we are done with these things, let's see the benefits of employee involvement. So what is this employee involvement? Or what are the benefits? As we all know, this first is empowering. Okay, empowerment of workforce will be can be done very easily. Next is the better discussions are taken out very effectively and very precisely to the development of the organizations. Next, better improvements can be done. We can identify, we can make the better and better improvements in the work area. Next, corrective actions will be taken out, and effective cooperation and communication can be happen make to happen, and all these things. Effective cooperation will be generated, and better communication will be created between the top level and lower level managements. So loyalty increases and floating population reduces. If the more and more positive environment is there, the loyalty among the people is going to increase, and floating populations is going to reduce. Okay, the people will stay in the same companies for a longer duration. If their all the needs, if they're more all these things are satisfied, they're going to work for the companies more and more, and more money to the share. If you are having working effectively, if all the employees are working togetherly with cooperatively, then we are having good response, good productivity, higher level of productivity, and good name, reputation in the organization will be established. So we can have the more money. If the more productivity is there, the more money will come to organization, the profit will be increases. So that will be help to share the money to the people who are working for the companies. So next we see the next things, that is empowerment. What is empowerment? It is an environment in which the people have the ability, confidence, and the commitment to face the responsibilities. Okay, and ownership to improve the process and initiate the necessary steps to satisfy the customers' requirements within well defined boundaries in order to achieve the organizational values and goals. Here, empowerment means that a person is capable of doing self doing with full confidence without making any mistakes. He'll be capable to take own decisions and handle the things. He'll be get uh, motivated to do work and make the customer satisfaction in a very well defined manner, and also he'll be helping for the development of organization, as well as personal development also takes place. So this is called as a empowerment. So empowered work environment requires, what are the things it requires? So everyone must understand the need for change. So what is the requirement of the time? Whether the what is the need of change? Okay, need for the change it is there. So that has to be understood by the each and everyone. The system needs to change the new paradigm, the new way of doing the work. Okay, so it has to support the all the employees. It has to give the all the facilities to employees to work more and more in a better way. The organization must able its employees. So organization must able to help the employees to get their things done in a proper way, in a proper boundaries. So this is also called as employee empowerment. So what are the benefits, what are the advantages of this employee empowerment? So as we all know, this employee empowerment will help to boost to productivity and reduce cost. It enhance the productivity as well as the reduce the cost. It may be quality cost, maybe other operating cost of the organization. And secondly, it will help to have the better services. We can have the better customer services with when the employees are empowered. Next, it improves the quality of work. The By making the empowered employees, we can have the better quality of work at the workplace. And next is the collaborations. Nothing but collaboration with the different departments can be easily achieved in the organizations, so that we can make our works more faster, right, and very progressively. Next, communication is boosted. Communication can be enhanced, communication can be increased from other departments of the organizations. And an employee turnover that is been reduced. What is employee turnover? The employee leaving the companies. Turnover means that employee leaving the companies, that can be reduced with the employee empowerment. Okay, so that it can be retainment of the employees can for the longer duration can be achieved with the process of employee empowerment. So hope you understood all this concept of this session. If you are having any queries, please do ask. Feel free to ask the any queries regarding the this lecturers. Thank you.